Hey, yo, what's good, man? It's your boy Derek Branch here of Saint Discussions on Strike 7 Sports. Today, I just want to talk about what went down today in Saints training camp. Just like the third day of training camp. Haven't really put the pads on yet. They're still in helmet and shirt and shorts and all that good stuff. But report come out of training camp. Training camp today is that at former LSU Tiger, New Orleans native Trai Turner, five-time Pro Bowler, will be gone for the remainder of the season after tearing suffering a torn quadriceps injury on I believe it's a one-on-one drill they were doing. There isn't really like a video out there of showing how that went down, but from what I gathered, I got the reports that the court came out for him, and according to the report is that he got his leg caught up or something like that, and they took him off the field, and I would say an hour later, I believe, he was out for the season. So that's kind of a bummer for the Saints, because that was a guy that that could have been used for depth purposes, that could have possibly challenged Cesar Ruiz, or Andrews Pete to get on that offensive line and contribute. Got a solid resume, man, but unfortunately, it just didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? And 30 years old, man, and five-time Pro Bowler, and you on multiple teams. It's kind of maybe, I'm just assuming, man, but maybe his body might be shutting down on him early, because at 30 years old, man, an offense, a tackle, a guard, you're pretty much entering the prime of your career at that age, man. At 30, you should be like peaking. You should be a peak level offensive lineman. And Trai Turner has been on multiple teams. Commanders. He started out with the Carolina Panthers. I believe he had some time with the Pittsburgh Steelers as well. So moved around a lot, man. Given the fact that even though he's a five-time Pro Bowler, man. Pro Bowl guards, Pro Bowl offensive linemen really don't move around a lot. They kind of like, teams kind of like keep them, what I'm saying, pay them and all that stuff, but it ain't working out for Trai Turner right now. Maybe the Saints bring him back on another cheap one-year deal, or they try to see what you have with Cesar Ruiz, and Andrews Pete. I think Andrews Pete's going to be gone after the season. I could be wrong on that, but we'll see. But all the optics are indicating that he could be gone after the season. And Cesar Ruiz as well. It depends on how well he produces this season. You know what I'm saying? It depends. You know what I'm saying? The Saints probably may have made their mind up on what they're gonna do, even though he has a good year. Or they could be in a wait and see mode, because they didn't pick up his option. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, man. But training camp is well underway, man, and these type of things happen. You know what I'm saying? And I just hope that nothing else serious happens going forward, because this is only like week one, and they're not even doing anything physical, anything that's hard yet. Because yesterday, Joe Burrow, non-contact injury, he suffered hurt his calves. You know what I'm saying? That may be a dehydration issue. Well, who knows? You know what I'm saying? But it's that time of the year right now is extremely hot. You know what I'm saying? So hoping no other bad injuries occur, man. Trevor Penning had like a little mishap the other day. Came back today, performed in training camp. So we'll see how everything plays out. Other news, training camp is going as planned. Seeing a lot of highlights out there that the Saints media members are showing. Alvin Kamara looking great as always. Michael Thomas doing his thing. I'm hearing that Marshawn Lattimore locking Michael Thomas up. That's what I heard, and that should be expected, given that Michael Thomas is in his rust right now. He's not there yet, but I expect him to shake out of it and go at it, bounce back from what Marshawn Lattimore is doing to him right now. But I heard he put him on lock right now. Lad got him on lock right now. So we'll see how that's going to shape out. But that should be expected. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy Graham is out there participating in training camp, man. And I'm starting to hear a lot of, theories on how Jimmy Graham is going to be used with this team. And, the one theory that a lot of people have mentioned, and I kind of agree with it as well, is that he could be used as a red zone threat in the end zone. As a red zone threat, to catch touchdowns. And that would make a lot of sense. Because last year, the Saints had a lot of issues, and they had a lot of issues converting in the red zone last season. Struggle. And maybe that was because, the quarterback position, or maybe that was because of not having the personnel to accomplish those jobs. You had Juwan Johnson, but you didn't have Michael Thomas. You had Michael Thomas, Juwan Johnson, and Chris Olave. Maybe you would be a better team in the red zone last season, but you weren't. Quarterback position was somewhat of a mess. So that's an area that can improve in. And maybe you don't get the Jimmy Graham that you saw in 2011 or 2012, 2013 when you put up those big numbers, but you get a form of Jimmy Graham that could get you touchdowns instead of field goals in those games. And maybe you can win those games that you didn't win last season because you just didn't have the capabilities to convert in the red zone to get touchdowns. So that would make a lot of sense to bring him in on that in that capacity to make the decision to sign him. I'm just kind of seeing who's going to be the odd man out. Who's that going to push out the door? Is it going to push Lucas Crawl out, on the practice squad, or is that going to could that even push Foster Moreau? Could Jimmy Graham even get to become the second tight end in the offense? Who knows, man? So we'll see how that's going to play out, man. But sucks for Trai Turner. Wish him the best. A team will pick him up after he goes to the rehab and all that. I think teams, covet guards. You can put a guard in any scheme. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how it play out, man. Jimmy Graham, it makes a lot of sense to use him in that capacity. Cam Jordan, trying to get a new deal with the team long term. He wants a multi-year deal extension. So hopefully the Saints can get that done, and lock this guy up for the rest of his career, and he can retire in New Orleans Saint. You know what I'm saying? Because he deserves that. The fan base deserves that. The guy has been nothing but class since he's been with the team. I think he's a future Hall of Famer. May even be first ballot. He got the numbers for it, the resume, all that. If a Super Bowl title would just cap off a great career with one team. And it's very rare that you see that now. You know what I'm saying? You don't see a lot of players, staying with a team for that long. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's outside of the quarterback. But even that position is starting to become one that you're starting to see a lot of movement in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just recapping what I've gathered during the first couple of days of training camp. Next week, hopefully, we'll get a lot more, of what's going on, a lot more action, a lot more reports on the players' progress and things like that. Because I believe next week they're going to padded practices, practice sessions, and hopefully no one will get seriously injured. Because the depth has been the issue for this team the past 2 seasons. That has been challenged because prior to that was not an issue for the Saints. You had injuries, you just plug and play somebody else in, and to get the job done. You know what I'm saying? It may not do it as proficient as the starter that got injured, but they got the job done. So we'll see. All right, so that's for y'all for right now, man. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you feel. How you feel about Trai Turner losing being lost for the season? Do you think guys like a Cesar Ruiz could step up and produce this season, and maybe that convinces the Saints to pay him as due to him being a free agent? Also, check out saintsdiscussions.com for his content on Saints organization. I have a new story posted up maybe sometime tonight or tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Peace. I'm out. Do that.